Okay, boys and girls, we are going to practice once again with our prefixes because we want to make sure that we have them straight in our head. Now, we have two of them. We have IN and we have IM. IN and IM. First off, a prefix goes where in a word? Where does it go? At the beginning or end? Everybody? Beginning. Beginning of a word. And they change the meaning of the word, don't they, boys and girls? Yes. So, one meaning of the word prefix, IN, is not. So when we see it at the beginning of a word, it means not or the opposite of the word. So not at the beginning of in changes the meaning of that word. So if we have the word incorrect, it means not correct. If we have definite and we add into it, it means indefinite, not definite. Incapable, not capable. Now another one that we looked at this week is I am. Now we had I am last week, and it meant something totally different than what we're doing this week. What was it last week? What did we learn about the prefix I am last week? Juliana?
It means not.
It meant not last week. Well, this week it means into. And so when we have I am and it means into, for example, we have migrate. It means migrate into. We have in and we add it to the word peril. It means put into peril. We have the word plant plus in means plant into. So look how we're changing the meanings of those base words. We're making it mean something totally different. We're changing the meaning of that word. So today, we're going to do what we do sometimes. We're going to make our chart. We're going to take a base word. We're going to add our prefix to it. And then we're going to write our new meaning to that base word. So I'm going to go over here. And here's what we're going to do. We are going to divide it into, I think we need a prefix section. We need a base word section, and then we need a meaning section. So how many sections are we going to need to divide our spiral into today? Anastasia?
3.
3. We're going to need 3 sections. So we're going to need a prefix section. Prefix. Oh, I'm going to do that in white. I don't like that red. So we're going to do our prefix. We're going to label it prefix. Base word. New word. Oh, actually we're going to need 4. New word and then meaning. Okay, so let's get our sections together. And so we're going to make some new words today. So let's label them at the top so we're ready. Make sure we have enough room to write our words. Okay, so our first prefix we're going to work with is, and so these are our prefixes, M and N. So first we're going to work with M, which means into. And here is going to be our base word, which is press. Pressed, actually pressed. And so what is our new word going to be? What is our new word going to be, Clark? Impress. And so what is that going to mean? What is that going to mean? Juliana?
Pressed into.
Pressed into. Pressed into. So let's write that. Pressed into. Pressed into. Very good. Pressed into. We have to remember this one, sometimes we'll say the meaning of the prefix, then the word. This one we're changing it up. We have our word and then the meaning, pressed into. Like we impressed it, we pressed it into something. Okay? How about our word, let's do im again. And let's do the word migrate. And what does that word mean? Im plus migrate is what word, Ethan? What's our new word?
Immigrate.
Do you know how we say that word?
Immigrate.
You're close. Libby, can you help them?
Immigrate.
Immigrates. Immigrates. We've had that word a bunch of times lately. It keeps coming up. Immigrate. And so that means, what does that mean, Ethan? So how will we define that?
I've never heard that.
Oh, you haven't heard that word yet? We had it on our anchor chart, which we've gone over like 3 or 4 times. Maybe we've done it like 3 or 4 times already. What does that one mean? It was on a paper we've done already. What does that one mean? Elisa?
Migrate into.
Migrate into. Migrate into. So here, now you can look at it. Migrate into. So here, let's try to remember that one, okay, Ethan? Migrate into. So when you immigrate, you leave one country and you go to another country to live. Like the immigrants who came. Remember when we were talking about the Statue of Liberty, and they were talking about the people who left their country and they saw the Statue of Liberty. Do you remember that? That's what we were talking about. They were migrating, they were immigrating. Okay, that's where that comes from. Let's try this word. Let's try im plus peril. We talked about this word, im plus peril. What word does that make? Yanni? Imperil. Imperil. And what does that mean, Yanni? What can we write as our definition? Put into peril. Put into peril. And do you remember what I said put into peril means? Yeah, to put someone into danger. Good job. Good job listening, Yanni. Very nice. with this one. M plus plant. What do you think this one is? Thomas, M plus plant. Implant. And what do you think implant means? Plant. Plant into. Very nice. Plant into. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's try in. In. That's in plus capable. What word is that? In plus capable. Logan.
Incapable.
Incapable. And what does incapable mean?
Not capable.
Not capable. So if I said somebody was incapable, or I'm incapable of doing something, what do you think that means?
You're not capable of doing it.
I'm not capable of doing it. I'm not able, right? Okay. Let's try the word, let's try with capable. Let's try this one, in plus active. Mikey.
For the one above it, you have incapable for the last one.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, not capable. Not capable. Thanks. Not capable. Sorry, not capable. Everybody fix that. Not capable. Did everybody write not capable?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Not capable. In plus active is what, Mikey?
Inactive.
Inactive. And what does inactive mean?
Not active.
Not active. Not active.
How many more are we gonna do?
Maybe we'll do another in one. I think the trickiest one was probably the M one. Not ones are probably a little bit easier. How about this one? In plus correct. What do we think that one is? Woody?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. And what does incorrect mean?
Not correct.
Not correct. Good job. Not correct. Not correct. Not correct. Very, very good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll stick with an odd number of them today. Okay? So we have impressed, pressed into. We have immigrate, which means migrate into. Imperil, put into peril. Implant, plant into. Incapable, not capable. Inactive, not active. Incorrect, not correct. So when you're trying to come up with your meanings, you want to make sure that your meaning makes sense, because it does not make sense to say into pressed. Does that make sense? Does it make sense to say into migrate? But does it make sense to say migrate into? Yeah, that makes more sense. So these, the M ones, the IM ones, we kind of have to flip it to make them make sense. Okay? They're not like the ones here where we put not and then the rest of the word. Those made sense that way. These did not make sense. Very good, boys and girls. Nice job.